IBS is the most BS diagnosis that you can receive for your health. And before you get mad at me, let me explain what I mean. I'm not saying that your irritable bowel syndrome isn't real. Whatever symptoms you're getting, that collection together was labeled IBS by your doctor, is absolutely real. And it's actually more important than just calling it IBS. Those symptoms are a signal of something deeper that's going on. The problem with the IBS diagnosis is it's just an umbrella term to take a bunch of gut symptoms that don't fit something pathological, like Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, something that medicine can actually find and label. So they can't explain what's causing these symptoms, so they call it irritable bowel syndrome. But if you get 10 IBS sufferers in a room, they're all going to have a different set of symptoms and things going on. So the biggest issue to me, why I call it a BS diagnosis, is it stops everything right here on the surface level instead of going deep and saying, well, what's causing this? What are these symptoms showing that's going on? Because again, symptoms are your body telling you something's wrong or it's struggling to heal or whatever else. So when you have IBS, really what's going on is you almost certainly have leaky gut. So if you want to do any kind of testing on the gut, you can start by doing a leaky gut panel. I've spoken in other videos about how I don't recommend doing microbiome testing and GI mapping because that changes so dramatically every second of every day. It's just a snapshot of where you are. And when you clean up whatever health issues you've got, the microbiome will change anyway. But a leaky gut panel can be good to see how much damage there is. You could do a gut infections panel if you really wanted to see that as well. But to me, if you have anything that resembles IBS and all the other pathologies being ruled out, you don't have Crohn's, you don't have anything else, then what that tells you is you now know for a fact that you have one or more root causes that is driving your health issues. And if you're going to heal your health, obviously you're going to need to heal the gut first anyway, but especially if you have IBS symptoms. But to be able to heal that, you have to find what toxins and what underlying conditions are driving this problem. So what are the most common things that you should look out for and probably test for? Mold toxicity is a very big one that can cause massive gut irritations. You can also be holding onto a lot of chemicals or being exposed to a lot of chemicals. Glyphosate is the, in my opinion, #1 environmental toxin for damaging the gut. Under a microscope, they've shown that when glyphosate comes in contact with our gut, the cells in our gut wall, they shrink. So instead of having tight junctions, we now have these big, massive, open, leaky junctions that creates that leaky gut that then drives autoimmune and a whole bunch of other issues. So it could also be other toxins like heavy metals can be causing issues. It could be forever chemicals, the PFAs. You might have some kind of Lyme bacteria, or its co-infections like a Bartonella or a Babesia or a Borrelia. They can all cause massive gut issues. Of course, parasites. If you're loaded with tapeworms and other worms in the gut, there's no way your gut's going to work properly. You're going to have all sorts of IBS style issues. There's so many different things like that can be driving it. So if you ever get diagnosed with IBS, then ask your doctor what is causing this. And if they say, well, IBS is it, that's what it is, then you say thank you and you go find yourself a root cause doctor who's going to help you get to that root cause of what's driving it. Because the IBS, all those things that make it up are just symptoms. In the same way, really, that even things like autoimmunity, that's symptoms. The autoimmune problem, if you have Hashimoto's or rheumatoid arthritis, that's not your problem. That's the outcome from something going on within your body, some kind of disease process or underlying biotoxin. In my opinion, it's the same with virtually all hormonal imbalances too, whether it's thyroid, adrenals, whatever else. There is always a root cause, or usually a combination of root causes that are driving it. So just know, if you've been diagnosed with IBS, the diagnosis is BS, your symptoms are very real, but you cannot accept that BS diagnosis. You must go digging deeper to find out what's actually causing it, or you'll never actually be able to heal your gut and heal your health anyway. So if that's you and you're struggling with this kind of thing, hit that subscribe button, because I have a lot more videos that I've done previously and that I have coming out to help with autoimmune conditions and gut in particular, and especially those of you who are suffering from those IBS symptoms.